1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up?
Oh my God.
Yes, I went back to the 1990s.
90s.
What's up, Stay Tuners? It's your good friend Jimbo here.
And O'Brien, boys and girls.
And before we, give this the show's Twitter handle out, I'm very proud of you.
Yes.
You
I finally came up with a good Twitter handle and recreated it. I am now officially ST Sports O'Brien.
Now, I do have a question for you, though. Why did you start a new one? Why didn't you just change your old
Something happened with my old one, and I couldn't access it
one?
at all.
Okay. I thought maybe something like that because you lost all your 6 followers, so now you got to get them back. So
It was me.
I will kill you!
no more lying Kugel for you.
God, man, he screws me. I wonder why.
I hacked you, senor.
No, you're not that smart. Maybe Steve Johnson, but not you.
God, these guys, man. We need a new crew.
Yeah. Juan, you're going to start paying us to work here now.
I already do.
It's going up.
Oh, shit.
So how's your week been going so far?
Week's good. Hope everybody out there in the listening world's week's going good. No complaints. I'm excited because it is Thursday, and it is 8/15, meaning August 15th. And guess what's
thank
tonight?
you. Oh, that's right. Frozen's on.
Right!
Let
It's
it go.
Week 3 of the preseason. So we have a bunch of games.
No, week 2.
No, it's week 3.
You don't count the Hall of Fame game.
The NFL does.
Well, screw the NFL. They should worry more about how to handle suspensions the right way instead of
hey, I'm just saying, if you look it up right now, you're going to confuse
does say
people. It
week
says
3?
Week 3.
because
of the preseason.
with the Eagles, it's only week 2.
Game 2, right?
Yeah. Are you a little upset your buddy's not playing tonight?
I am. But I understand it. I just want to see Nick play.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to watch tonight. Hopefully there's a little more starters playing.
Yeah.
Week 2 and, week 3, but game 2 and game 3 is where it should be, and then 4 is, we all know what that
your
is.
bubble busters
Right.
or whatever. Well, before we get into the whole training camp thing, head over to Twitter. Like Shoulders said, follow him at, I got used to it now,
ST Sports.
ST Sports. You do it.
ST Sports O'Brien. How
Okay.
hard is it?
It's very hard because I got so used to shoulder.
What is
underscore
yours?
bro.
ST Sports Jimbo?
No, Jimbo ST Sports.
Oh, see, mine's reversed. Mine's what's more important, the show, than me.
Speaking of the show, head over to the show, ST Sports Podcast. Like and share us on Facebook. We've been actually getting couple new likes there, so thank you guys for that. And
Yeah, a pretty good time. Like to give a shout out now. We're going to have a very special show next week.
yeah,
It's
why is
gonna
that?
be, I'm going to Avalon, New Jersey to hang out with my New Jersey peeps.
Oh, Eli and Daniel Jones.
That's New York, you dumbass.
They play in New Jersey.
Right, no. Going to Avalon, New Jersey to the beach. We're going to do a couple little interviews with some people out there. We're going to do a little bit of a live show on my end. And,
All right.
I figured I'm going on vacation, but I'm not letting Stay Tuned Sportsters suffer. No.
Now, who has custody of Juan this weekend, though? I think it's your turn anyways.
I don't think he's allowed in New Jersey.
Oh, he's banned there for... Oh, that's right. He did that streaking incident.
You told me to do it.
You ruined his life. I don't know. I guess he could sit in the Jeep.
Also, well, the streaking incident isn't on our YouTube channel, but head over there, subscribe to us there as well. Now that we got that all the way, back to training camp, like Shoulder said, we got
Well, not training camp. Let's do preseason.
preseason training camp. To me, it's the same
No, it's not
shit.
the same.
They should get rid of it.
So let's go over a quick rundown of the games tonight, folks. And we're going to give you picks because we plan on doing this in the season. And it's going to be O'Brien's picks.
Okay.
Lovely. I don't know. But we're going to keep a running thing this year because Jimbo over here. Ow! One! He just threw a beer can at me.
It better be empty.
Dude, is he drunk already?
Yeah. Did you see
Oh
the
my God.
editing booth back there? There's at least a 36-pack of Coronas up for him. They're all empty. Damn bastard.
Actually, I thought it was natty ice.
Yeah, maybe. It's all shit to me anyways.
But we have at 7 o'clock today, the first game's kicking off is the Eagles and Jaguars.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars tonight.
You know what? I'm going with Philly.
All right.
And I'm thinking Kessler is going to probably start because with how you talked about how Thornton looked terrible last week, I think Kessler is going to get the start, and I think he's actually going to look good. I actually like Kessler.
Right. I was high hopes on him. But Thornton, the Thornhurst,
Thorsten,
the freaking thorn in my side, if he sucks that bad again,
I think he'll be gone. Or
I think he should be gone. That's my point.
Or they'll hold on to him.
Hold on to him for what?
Until they could put him on the practice squad. I think they have to wait till.
Why? There's 80,000 quarterbacks out there right now.
Well, yeah, one starts with a K.
Kindred?
He wears a cape.
Keyshawn?
he wears a cape.
Kevin? But yeah, we'll just get off that now.
I also think though too with Sproles here now, Josh Adams got to show something to make the team.
Well, we'll see.
So
special teamer, if he can pull it off, he can stick around. And
I just can't see him as a special teamer, but you never know.
Here's a riveting, exciting game. You ready for this one?
Ooh,
Bengals versus the Redskins.
Next.
I'm gonna go Redskins because I think Haskins' pressure's off and he has to prove something this week. If he doesn't prove something this week, I pretty much think it's going to be Case Keenum's job.
Yeah, because I think after last week's game,
that starts at 7:30.
I'll go with I'll go with the Redskins because again the Bengals, they got Dalton, AJ Green is hurt. Right. I believe another one of their starting receivers is hurt, so there's no one really there for him.
Right.
So I'll go with the Skins.
All right, we got two more at 7:30. First one is Jets versus Falcons. I'm going Jets, Jets!
Any idea how Bell did last week?
He didn't play last week.
He didn't?
No.
Go with the Falcons.
He's not going to play this week either. They're trying to keep him so that he has no injury before the first season game.
So first snap of the first week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
I will
Bonte's perfect isn't in the league anymore, so he's pretty safe.
He's with the Raiders.
Oh, is he?
That's the big joke of him and Brown on the same team after them fighting last year.
Last game at 7:30 start is Packers and Ravens. Interesting.
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
I'll go Packers.
And I think Lamar Jackson is going to be a lot better than people are going to probably think he is. And also, Miles Boykin, the receiver from Notre Dame, he's been getting a lot of good reps and having some good practices. I think he's going to have a bigger season again than people are thinking. Right. I think the Ravens are going to be actually pretty good and will win the division. I'm just going to say it right now.
I don't know. We're looking at really a sophomore campaign for Lamar Jackson. So
yeah, but if Harbaugh's smart, if he's like his brother, then he'll...
Well, he's not his brother.
He is a Philadelphian.
And the last game for today is the Raiders at the Cardinals. Actually, it's the most intriguing one. I want to say Murray play for the Cardinals, and I want to see if Antonio gets another blister. Or if he wears a bike helmet.
The one meme I saw after he lost his grief and said, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll show up now," was him wearing his original helmet that this controversy going over with pilot glasses over it. Oh, I got a new helmet now. Like
my favorite was they had him in an old leather helmet. Said, "I'm ready to play, coach."
I didn't see that one. Yeah, he's him and Connor McGregor are starting to get like they're like kind of like challenging each other.
Really believing that Antonio Brown has brain damage.
And someone said ever since his teammate now, Burfset, or however you say his freaking name, laid him out and put him in concussion protocol, he hasn't been the same since.
Right. Yeah.
I really wish they could test for CTE while you're alive, because, man, I would love to know what's in his brain.
That'd be very painful. Almost done, Mr. Johnson. Almost done.
It'd be like that one commercial where the doctor hits a part of the brain, the foot kicks up in the air, hits another part of the brain, the other leg kicks up in the air.
Pretty much. And then the rest of the games, there's a lot on tomorrow. I'm shocked.
Yeah, so next 3 days are all the games.
The first games starts at 7, just like today. It'll be the Bills and Panthers. I'm going to go with the Panthers.
And for fantasy football reasons, I'm going to try to watch that one they were saying about the one receiver for the Panthers, Chris Samuels, I think his name is. He's a lot better than he is last year for his rookie season. But
well, Cam looks rejuvenated. I saw some video on him, and he seems to be happier, a pep in his step. Maybe he's going to be good this year, so we'll see.
Maybe it feels like he doesn't have the pressure on him anymore.
Right. We got the Dolphins and Buccaneers at 7:30. I'm going to go Buccaneers.
I'll go with the water boy for that one. I'll go with Fitzmagic.
Water boy. Then we got the Bears and Giants.
Do you hear what?
Go Giants.
You hear what Mara said about Eli? Speaking of the Giants, someone asked him, "Is Eli going to play all 16 games?" He goes, "Realistically, that's what we want to happen." Right. But
in a realistic world, again, the GM, everybody was talking. They wanted Eli to do well. They want him to do well. They want him to be the starting quarterback.
And also,
they're glad that Jones is doing what he's doing because it proves their pick.
Yeah.
But they want Eli.
And that's my thing. That was only one game. I was glad he did good, but that was only one game. You don't know.
Well, we'll see what he does this game. We'll see how he goes on. I'm excited. Did I not call it? Everybody was bummed out, and I said he looks good.
Yeah.
He has, everybody. He's not a big school. I don't want to hear it. When a quarterback has a certain statute about him, he's big. He's tall. Which is big.
Yeah. Not necessarily. Big could be
good mechanics. And I think he's going to be all right. I really do. I think they did it. Listen, I called this before. I think they skated with Haskins. They knew he's on the bubble already.
Yeah.
First preseason, he looked horrible.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he can do. I wish Haskins well. We'll see what happens, but it is what it is. Next game, we got the Browns and the Colts. And I got to go Browns. And that's Saturday at 4 p.m.
Yeah, a little bit of a cold story, too. It looks like Andrew Luck's injury is starting to become worse and worse than originally. Now they got to change up his rehab, so now he's not even sure if he's going to be ready for week 1.
And that counts everything for that season, and Colts fans know that right off the bat. So.
I mean, well, do they still have that Jacoby Brissett as his backup?
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Because when he came in last year for a few games, he actually wasn't that bad.
Right.
So we'll see.
He's still no Andrew Luck.
No, I know.
Then we have Patriots-Titans. I'll go...
Patriots.
Titans.
Okay.
Chiefs-Steelers.
Chiefs.
Steelers.
Well, soon as the Steelers running back runs down the 1, I think Tyreek Hill walks out with a baseball bat. Like, you better be afraid of me like my son is.
I said you're in timeout. I'm going with the Steelers because they always play well in the preseason. It's weird.
Detroit does too. Detroit Lions. Right. I saw that stat last week. They're like 31-6 the past however many seasons that was.
Speaking of that, it's the Lions at the Texans, and I'm going Texans.
Lions.
Oh, here's a hard one for you.
Oh boy.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
All right, lay it on me, big dog.
Cowboys and Rams.
I'm going Rams. I will never pick the Cowboys. It could be the Cowboys versus the Cowboys. Still not picking the Cowboys.
Saints and Chargers.
Saints, and let me ask you this.
Chargers.
Do you think Drew Brees is on decline?
No.
Thank you.
No.
Shut up, ESPN.
When has ESPN ever been right?
Okay, yeah.
The only way ESPN can be right is if they hired us to finally do commentary.
And if we have Mike Golick on with us. I loved him when it's Mike.
Listen, you can have your man crush and go date him on the side. If you want some truth and honesty, we need us on there. But anyway, Seahawks, Vikings.
Wow, shots fired. Seahawks, Vikings. I'm going to go Seahawks. Because I think their running game is deep. School.
Vikings. You like that, didn't
I thought that was a goat call there, like for a mating season.
You're bad. Last game on Monday will be the 49ers and the Broncos.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping.
I guess I'll just go with the Broncos so I can go.
Where's Monty Python Holy Grail when you need him?
Yeah, we just lost 10 fans.
Yep.
We're down to 2. And that wraps up the preseason, so we'll see how we do. We'll see how it fares,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but do you think they should cut the preseason down to 1-2 games, do you think?
it's tough for me because you got to development players, and I say that, I understand the starter's not playing, and we got to accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
I won't mind them cutting it down to 2 or 3 and adding a season game or 2.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then you change everything, so I don't know.
I
It's
think,
tough, again.
I think I'd be okay with 2, and by that week 3 or, third game, whatever, what maybe they could do is say, okay, here's our starters, come week 1, no matter what happens, and they won't play those last 2 games, and make those 2 preseason games for your bubble players,
Right.
to earn those spots on the...
Is that like Bubble Boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good movie.
Just curious. Well, we had some fun with the football, but here's what I forgot to mention this, and I want to throw this out there. I just want to set, it's close to us, a very heartfelt sympathy and being proud of the Philadelphia Police Department with their incident.
Yeah, I saw that.
Police officers take a lot. I'm not going to take a stance here.
Yeah.
But that gunman, fired a couple hundred rounds at them.
Yeah.
And a couple were trapped in the building. So I just want to wish them and their families all the speedy recovery. I wish the gunman nothing but death.
Well, then. No, but that's true. I mean, I know this is a sports show, but I don't understand people sometimes. Everybody has issues with, I have issues, you have issues. Talk it out. Like, go.
Again, it was nothing to talk about. It's in the Temple District, which is the worst in Philly.
Yeah.
And it was an asshole that had a narcotics warrant, meaning he was selling shit.
Yeah.
And decided to open fire. Like a little punk.
Yeah.
So, you're a punk. I'll fight you too. But I just want to throw that out there. My heart and prayers are with you, Philadelphia Police Department, and your families. But let's get back to something fun.
Yeah.
What do you got going on over there?
So, I guess to kind of make this mood a little bit better, figure I'll get Shoulders here fired up early on in the show.
Jesus, let me get comfortable.
Field of Dreams 2.0. So, you said you can't believe Field of Dreams.
Who's
made
this
that much.
you?
You, Shoulders.
Is that the Chinese guy down the street?
Yes, you. You won. And I did some research. Actually, of the top 100 sports movies, it was ranked 33, most grossed film. And
33. That's top.
Wait, and that's with like Rocky.
It didn't beat Rocky. Shut up.
No. Rocky.
Right, so don't even mention Rocky.
Right, Pikachu was in there because it was, what do they classify as, a kids racing game or something stupid. I'm like,
right, no, that doesn't count.
So I did.
Pikachu still beat it too.
I did write down some of the movies that are above
these
it.
Stats, folks.
League of Their Own, number 14 on the list at $210 million gross. Now, Field of Dreams grossed $71 million back in 1989. If you figure that out, it's probably close.
When was League of Their Own? Wasn't that like 93, 94?
96.
Well, still, that to me is in the same kind of time frame.
Okay. Invincible, just to show our audience I was being biased. Number 96 on this list. 71 million.
Well, wait, what was Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams was 131 million.
Oh, I think you said 71 for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to understand that was also in a time when movies were being pirated like crazy. So we weren't going to the theaters as much.
Okay. Major League Baseball, which is right around the same time.
Okay.
54th, $101 million.
Right.
Well, you said Major League Baseball grossed more than Field of Dreams.
I guarantee right now that Major League 1 and 2 is played more on TV and people enjoy.
Oh, no. You just said grossed. So, Major League Baseball, you're the marketing genius. Keep with the Field of Dreams baseball
8,000
game.
fans. Here we go. Yeah, you're a marketing fucking conglomerate. Yeah. Okay, next.
So since
way to scratch at the bottom of the barrel there, pal. What's the number 1 gross movie, Mr. Research?
Well, it was Rocky 1, Rocky 3, and then Rocky 4. Actually, Rocky 4 was 3. I would have thought Rocky 4 was higher than Rocky 3.
No, the original Rocky was the shit.
Well, no, I know that was number 1, but Rocky 3 was number 2.
I love. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
The Rocky franchise nothing beats, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then even
what's the next movie besides Rocky?
Like I said, it was Pikachu.
What website did you go on? I can't trust this garbage.
But
freaking Indonesia.com.
Oh, so you saw my phone. So that's
you got it off my podcast. You have a podcast? Beans and things.
What?
Is it sponsored by Bush's Beans?
Mm-hmm.
So that was just to get you a little warmed back up.
Juan's website. I know you did.
Hey,
I bet you Bull Durham is up there too.
Actually, Bull Durham was the water boy I had, the Blind Side. Blind Side was $276 million. That
was in a later time, and it was a big story.
Yeah, that was and I think it was more because of Sandra Bullock.
If you give the stats, we won't listen.
Only if Shoulders shuts up.
Listen, I didn't see any big reaction out of our fans because I don't think Field of Dreams is that great.
That's right. It was a A+ movie because I put the poll out there. I forgot.
Right, when you voted.
I voted, yes, and we had 6 other votes.
Get out of here.
I'll show you after the show.
Right. Quick, type some more in.
So, since we're still kind of talking about baseball, you see about what happened to A-Rod this past week?
No, I didn't.
I hate morons like this.
Clue us in?
I don't understand athletes when they do this. So, obviously, he's retired. He's an analyst for ESPN. And it was one of the games he was calling. Had his rent-a-car broken into and had $500,000 in personal possession, a.k.a. jewelry, stolen.
Well, maybe it was just one necklace for J-Lo.
Why the fuck do you have $500,000 sitting in your car? That should be in your house or your safe.
Well, he just picked it up. He had to run for a scone and a coffee.
Take it to work with you.
He ran in for a hot dog.
My $200 laptop I don't let sit in my truck if I go into a freaking 7-Eleven convenience store. I go in with it.
And he thought he was going home to get some J-Lo.
J-Lube.
Trademark now. I'm going to make J-Lube.
So yeah, this all happened out in San Francisco. And
really, it was only a $50,000 necklace, and he was like, $5,000?
And of course, he came out and said, well, was not exactly sure how much it was, and all of a sudden the San Francisco Chronicle says, hold my beer, this is how much it was. So they're the ones that found all this stuff out. And
that's because they're the ones that stole it.
Yeah. So the article I found this on with ESPN, to show you how lovely San Francisco is, this past summer, they were averaging 69...
Hey, I personally like all of our fans in San Francisco.
Oh, yes, the Giants and the, Giants. 69 break-ins vehicles a day.
Yeah, man. It's a city.
That's an 8-hour shift. Man, that's like...
They said a day. That's 24 hours, you clown.
Well, 40... You got to figure this is their work, so they're doing 40 hours.
They're very liberal now. They're passing out needles. You can't have straws. All these addicts are looking for money. What'd you expect was going to happen?
Dumbasses leaving $500,000 in their freaking...
Well, he was struck by the J-Lo booty. He starstruck.
Do you think she's good looking anymore?
No, but he does.
I always thought he was gay. I always thought him and Jeter. Hey.
I didn't say that, folks.
That was Juan.
No, it wasn't.
But, so I want to tie this into, I know I said before the show we're not really going to talk too much about because I'll talk a little bit about tomorrow on the MMA show, which kind of a little bit of spin-off here. We're going to try to do Thursdays from now on during football season as me and Shoulders together, and then I'm going to do the combat show tomorrow. That way you guys can listen to our picks and everything leading into Saturday and Sunday's games. Back to your scheduled program.
Yeah, now we wasted their time. Oh, good.
Who's the bigger moron, A-Rod or Connor McGregor? Now, Connor today...
Connor McGregor.
Video came out, an incident in April, which, 4 months ago, went into a bar in Ireland. It looks like, early time of the day, older gentleman in there, 50 to 50 plus years old, whatever, 10 to 12 people, starts passing out his proper 12 shots free. And the one guy said, no, thank you. I don't want any. And he said, And the funny part is, Connor trains every day. The dude looked like him, like the fly.
Because he's an Irishman in a bar.
Yeah.
And he's 50 years old. He lived that long. That guy's tough as nails.
You know? Like,
come at me, woman.
And of course,
my wife hits me harder.
Of course, Connor's goons ripped him out of there, and since April, like no charges, no nut. Like,
how's it's in Ireland? They're he's lucky. That's why the goons ripped him out, because the old man would have got up and whooped his ass.
Yeah, that's true. Respect your Islanders.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's wrong. Again, another one. I think he has head problems.
Yeah.
I think from getting punched in the face, he's retarded.
And when he first became the champ, the first words out of my mouth was, "I hope he doesn't turn into John Jones." And here it is.
Right.
You know, young champions just go nuts. I mean, that's the only thing you could say is he's going nuts. He's real close to getting fights back, and then he goes and does.
But why is
stuff.
it just being released now? That's my problem too. In his defense,
Well,
it's a dumb move.
Yeah.
But why all of a sudden, because he's coming back, is somebody releasing this?
Yeah. Well,
why wasn't it released in April?
Maybe,
or May? I'll give you April to edit it.
Maybe they were investigating at the time, couldn't release it, and now Ireland cops said there's no.
Well, if they
criminal act.
investigated it, there's no. How was there no criminal act?
How he's not arrested for throwing a dolly through a window?
Right. In Ireland, for every shot, you're allowed to punch one person.
Yes. Oh, maybe it was a birthday shot.
Right.
Until the guy looked at him and kind of was like, "Pull me out, guys! Pull me out!"
That's what your mother should have did.
But I'll tell you what, man. Like, I've been when he started.
Bring it on, woman.
When he started acting up like this, I was just like, you know what? I'm done with him as a person. I'll just support him as a fighter. But one of these times, he's just going to punch the wrong person and end up with a bullet in his head.
A bullet.
A bullet.
He's going to get an old freaking sheep cane right across the face.
Yeah.
Pick up your chiclet, you son of a bitch. I was a proper 11. Oh.
And I'll tell you, I mean, I know you don't drink whiskey or anything liquor that much. I mean, never mind.
Because I'm a spiritual soul.
But I bought a bottle of Proper 12 a little bit when it came out.
Did.
It's okay. It's
Connor.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I was supporting him. Now he could go pound sand up his ass. Just don't come hit me because I'm not that old guy. I mean, like I said, it's okay, but I'm sticking to my Jameson Castor mates. Jameson, if you want, send me a bottle. Which winter is coming, NHL 20 is coming, and that's when my goalie expertise come full circle.
Sure, yeah.
Whee! So, yeah, I agree. Connor's the bigger dumbass between these two. Something else that came out, I believe, was yesterday. HBO contacted NCAA about possibly doing like a Hard Knocks for college football.
Right. That was pretty cool.
I haven't watched this season's Hard Knocks yet. I wanted to. I'd be okay with it depending on what schools it is.
Right.
Bama. I hate Bama. I don't want to see them. Penn State. The four teams they were talking about was Bama, Penn State, Washington State, and Arizona State.
I think Arizona State would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Penn State.
I'd like to see Penn State just to see how that coach is behind the scenes. I like how he teaches his players to be respectful. I think it was last year's bowl game. The one player didn't want to shake hands, and he ran them down and said, "Get back out there and you shake their hands." Arizona State, yeah, I agree with you. I think that would be a good one. Washington State. Yeah.
They're a big program now. I don't know.
They are.
Plus, there's a lot of stuff going up in the state of Washington. Other problems, so I think it would make for a good show.
Yeah.
I think they're picked up for a reason.
Would you like to see Notre Dame there?
Well, I kind of already did when Showtime did that series on them. What was it, 2016?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was all behind the scenes. It
Like
was pretty good.
Like wide receiver meetings, like that type of stuff, or
Everything,
just
yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to see if I can find that.
It's there.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to look. But yeah, I'm just curious though. Like NCAA, and this I hate why NCAA doesn't pay players, and I know we went into this, but here's another reason NCAA is trying to make money. Obviously, HBO is going to pay them if they're the one that contacted them, and the players get nothing. Yes, I know, free tuition and all that, blah blah blah.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure, shoot.
If I offered you $200,000 right now to play football and do a TV show, while you're playing football.
Okay.
What would you say?
Is it cash?
$200,000.
Well, yeah. If I could put that in my bank account, then yes.
Okay. So then you take that $2,000 and you pay your school bill.
If you gave me $200,000 and I paid $2,000 in tuition, then fine.
No, $200,000.
Well, you didn't say
Because
that.
it's a high-priced education you're getting from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So I don't buy it. It's a stepping stone. What are we going to do next? Say that our high school players need to get paid because they get $5 admission per person?
Well, I mean, they do get their palms greased to come to Alabama or Penn State.
They don't get their palms greased. They get something else greased.
If you go to Penn State, yes. Old inside joke of ours.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I mean, nothing is announced yet. They didn't make any I guess preliminary talks, but I definitely would like to see it.
The only thing is what network's going to be on.
HBO.
I mean, it's tough though because not everybody gets HBO.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see it. I wish it was on more of like a sports network or something.
Well,
Now, why don't they have a college football TV show program?
I mean, they got
big
the
college
Big Ten
football is.
network.
Well, right, but you know how we have the NFL network?
Yeah.
NCAA network covers all sports.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But
I trademarked it.
going back to HBO, I think they sell an HBO app that you could just get strictly HBO. You don't have
They
to
do,
have
but it's
DirecTV.
still $10-15 a month.
Oh, well, I mean, you still pay if you have DirecTV. You're still paying $10-15 for HBO.
Right, so
You lost me.
yeah, we're back at the point. My point is, yeah, they do have that, but you're still paying to watch it.
Oh, well, nothing is free in life, Shoulders, except for one.
Except for these shoulders. Oh.
So yeah, so I think that'd be pretty cool to watch. Now, you're more of a Phillies fan than I am. I'll admit that. Did you see Charlie Manuel got rehired?
Yeah, I mean, it's intriguing,
I have a conspiracy theory.
and it's batting coach. I don't even know if he could swing anymore, but
Well, all the Philly fans were flipping out in a good way last night because Bryce Harper, I guess, had a big game maybe. And they're like, oh, see, he's already changing. He's going from...
Bryce has been lighting it up the last couple of games.
He's already going from a leg kick to a toe tap. One game, dude. Calm down.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's Philly. What are you, retarded?
Yeah. I think, because there are 4 games, 2 or 4 games out of the wild card, 9 games back from the Braves. I think if they don't make the playoffs, they're firing whoever their manager is now. I can never really say his
He's a
name.
young guy, though. I mean, he's not doing too bad.
But he's
going
been there
right
for a
now.
couple of years, and they just can't get over that.
Yeah, they finally got fucking players, and their pitching staff still sucks.
That's you know, and another thing with ESPN said Bryce Harper is a bust in his first
he's
year.
not.
First off, it's the first year of the contract. Yeah, his numbers are down, but no one's going to have great years every year unless you're...
He's not having I'm going to look up his stats because
Yeah.
I don't think right now he's having a bad season. I don't know what people are talking about.
Yeah.
What
But
are they expecting? Like the home run record
I-
every year?
I think with this move with Charlie Manuel is if they don't make the playoffs, I think they release the coach, and Charlie Manuel is your new head coach next season.
Right.
But yeah, because the ESPN article that I started to read about him being a bust basically said that it's kind of career lows.
He has 111 hits, 83 RBIs. His average is 253.
Which that's kind of shitty.
Right, but let's see. 83 RBIs. It doesn't show home runs. What the hell am I on? At bats. So I mean, he had a lot of at bats, but
Yeah, I think they said his strikeouts are up this year.
right. But that's
But
just
he's
also
a-
adjusting, and he's you know
He's also a home run hitter, so you know if you look at any stats for
all
home
right.
run,
Well, here's my thing. 2018 in Washington, his
Okay.
final average was 249.
okay,
So what's the problem? His RBIs were 100. His season's not even close to over, and he's at 83.
okay. What about his seasons before then, though?
Okay. His average was 319.
Okay,
He had 87 RBIs. He's at 83 already.
okay,
He had 134 hits. He's at 111 already. He had 95 runs. He's at 71 already. So 2016, he was
243 average. 86 RBIs. He's at 83 already. 123 hits. He's at 111 already. Runs, he was at 84. He's at 71 already. You see a trend? So
Don't yell at me. I'm just saying.
Where's this logic?
Well, the logic is
The best batting average he had was 2015. He had a 330 average.
Yeah.
He finished with 172 hits and 118 runs. He's not really that far off, and 99 RBIs.
Yeah. The logic is the whole big contract he has. Problem
But he's a top tier player. He's putting seats.
He's putting people in seats, yeah, but
They're not losing because of lack of offense.
no.
They're getting beat 14-12.
Well, their
pitching.
Their offense does suck. Because that was the other thing too, was offensively they're pretty much one of the lowest teams. Since the All-Star break, their batting average is 240. I'm sorry. The overall, Phillies are 19th in runs, 24th in batting average, which is 245, and 23rd in home runs. Now, what did you say Harper had home run wise this season?
Still trying to find that.
Oh. So, but I do agree. The past, 2-3 seasons, their pitching has been terrible. And now Jake Rita is done for the season with the elbow. So it's
Philly is 21st out of the entire Major League in offense this year.
Yeah.
The entire Major League Baseball. American and national.
Out of 30, 32 teams, yeah. They're not a top team offensively.
Right, but it's not, they're middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack is 15, 16. So
you're fucking
they're the last quarter of the league.
Okay, yeah, okay. The last quarter. Okay.
I am right. You're wrong.
Their pitching is probably 31.
That I could probably agree with without even looking.
And that's because one AAA team's better.
It took me a second. I was like, well, the Yankees are up here. But, yeah, so I think the Charlie
So that's
Manuel
all Bryce Harper's fault?
No, but it's just kind of like a
So they're
quarterback.
not being fair.
It's kind of like a quarterback on, like Nick Foles. If Nick Foles lost the Super Bowl, is it his fault? He's the face of that franchise.
No. Not if he did everything he could and the other players dropped 50 passes, fumbled, and the defense didn't stop them once. How could you blame him?
But
you can't.
in the media and most fans, you're the face of the franchise. You're supposed to carry this team.
Bryce Harper. It's baseball. There's 9 other people on the field. Or
Thank you.
It's not Bryce
So
Harper.
Nick Foles didn't win the Super Bowl. The Eagles players won the Super Bowl.
I never said they did.
Yes, you said we would never won that Super Bowl if Nick Foles was there.
Right. Go back and look at all of those throws.
So you're saying Nick
Each
Foles
team, now, even though
won
he
the
didn't
Super
throw,
Bowl
somebody
for
had
us.
to catch it.
But you're saying Nick Foles, with that statement, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl for us.
He was the MVP. That's usually what MVP means.
Okay, but
It's a team game,
exactly.
but he was the most valuable player on the field. So if you take him out of the equation...
So Corey Clement didn't catch any of those balls, or
That's what
Alshon Jeffries?
Folks, please play this back. This kid is...
He had to have someone on the other end.
You're
to
trying
catch them.
hard to piss me off. I get it.
No,
But
no,
it's making no sense.
I'm proving my
He
point.
won the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So that means... What does MVP stand for?
Most valuable player.
Right! So if you take the most valuable player out of the Super Bowl, it could be a totally different outcome.
Okay, so right there, again, you just said if Nick
But
Foles
it's still a
wasn't
team
there...
game.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
You just proved it for
If
me.
Brandon Graham wasn't there, they would have lost too. Because he had 3 key plays.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to say to you for these 2 years now. Nick Foles didn't win the Super Bowl for us. The 22 players on that field won the Super Bowl for us.
Somebody could please send him medication. I'm going to check him for CTE now. I don't understand what he's arguing about, but okay. All right, next. What's on?
Well, I definitely won't be taking medication from Golden Tate's doctor.
Yeah, I seen that. I mean,
yeah, so he's going to be...
Again, though, but the doctor said everything, they disclosed everything, proved that it wasn't necessarily his fault. Why is he suspended?
Exactly.
What did it enhance? That's all I want to know. His ball sack?
Yeah, that, and I think I put it there somewhere in the little notes. But it doesn't really have a effect on his play.
I don't like the doctor threw everybody else under the bus and said he gave it to other NFL players.
And you know what? That to me, looking at that statement opens the door for Golden Tate to say to the doctor, give me those names or I'm suing you.
Right.
And once he gets those names, he goes to the NFL.
He can't, though.
Why?
HIPAA.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. But that statement there, though, to the NFL, if I was Golden Tate, why didn't these players get popped, or at least one player get popped for this? Why is it just me? If this doctor says he gave it to these guys.
In the end, he should have. It's strict liability, right?
No, and that's what he did say. He goes, in the end, I'm responsible for what goes in my body.
I just think the NFL is getting carried away.
That's the thing with the substance abuse. There's zero tolerance. With the domestic stuff and stuff.
I think it should be zero tolerance for illegal substances. And then there should be a case-by-case basis for substances that were prescribed and why.
Yeah.
If the doctor can't give you a good reason, like fertility or something like that, now if he was on fertility drugs for 3 years now,
yeah,
well, we have an issue. Get off it.
Yeah.
You tried. Do you understand my point?
No, I know.
There has to be some kind of rhyme or reason. This is bullshit.
And this whole
shit the bull.
This whole zero tolerance for just this, but not the domestic, the player conducting. It should be either zero tolerance all around,
right,
or no zero.
Until
tolerance.
Tyreek Hill gets beaten and thrown out of the league, I don't want to hear nothing about any other player.
Yeah.
So, just saying, throwing it out there.
You know what? I think you should throw your name in as commissioner for the NFL.
I would do it. I'll do it for half the price, and it would run right. Because I wouldn't tolerate this shit.
I think if you can go for a quarter of the price, they would hire you, and you'd still be making about $90,000 a year.
Oh well, yeah, sure.
I think Goodell's making like $2 million or something like that.
Oh really?
Oh, he's freaking up there, dude. That's why he just don't care.
Shit, I'll do it for 1/10. And healthcare. And if you like me, then we'll talk.
And season tickets for his good friend Jimbo of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I do think that Commissioner Poston O'Brien sounds good.
We might have to make that as a shirt. Speaking of
what
t-shirts,
doesn't sound more American than Commissioner O'Brien? NFL Commissioner O'Brien.
Vice Commissioner Jimbo.
Sure, whatever. Let's make you sit in the corner. And
I'll be like
to play with.
I'll be like that Looney Tunes cartoon. Hey, boss. You want to go?
Listen, and to tell you the truth is, I would just go in and do it simple, fair scale.
Yeah.
I would revamp everything to the sense of this bullshit.
Yeah.
And things would change. Trust me.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, I would put my house and firstborn child on that. Their ratings and money would skyrocket.
Without a doubt, yes.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they're sticking with this goof.
Maybe he's the cheapest.
Maybe he's part of the island.
The island.
Epstein.
Okay, next.
I know the Clintons were not involved.
Not
That's all I'm saying. Clintons were not involved. Maybe it was Goodell.
Did you see who the officer that was on watch was?
Jimmy Fritz.
Stevie Wonder. I'm sorry. Too soon.
No, there was no guards on. There was no guards on duty. They were all given a. Oh, I think you need to go out back for a second. I did not have suicidal relations with that man.
Did Hillary catch Bill and Epstein at the same time?
No, but you ever notice that Bill looks like he has AIDS right now?
Dude, he does look. I mean, I know he's getting older.
I kind of believe he was on the island banging all these chicks.
Oh, they sucked the life right out of me.
So unfortunately, Golden Tate is going to be suspended the first 4 games, which I feel bad for him. I mean, I'm supposed to not like the Giants and everything, but
I don't feel bad for him.
When,
I don't. He's a Giant.
Huh?
He's a Giant.
You feel bad for him?
I don't.
Well, I like you, Golden Tate.
You wouldn't have got suspended if he stayed with Philly. We wouldn't allow that.
Yeah, we would. Then we wouldn't have got Deshaun
You
Jackson.
can't prove
I
that.
blame him for us losing last year. Because ever since he came in, Aguilar disappeared, and Aguilar, he was on pace for an NFL MVP, and we all know NFL MVPs and Super Bowl MVPs win Super Bowls. So,
okay, let me ask you this one more time on this topic. San Francisco 49ers
suck.
win Super Bowls with Joe Montana, and Jerry Rice has MVPs off and on.
Yes.
Take one of them out of the equation, do they still win?
Yes.
You're full of shit.
Because Steve Young comes in.
Oh my God.
Try again.
I can't fix stupidity, folks. If I didn't need his one microphone, I'd kick him off the show. I don't know. When you're friends with a clown for so long, you just get used to it, I guess. I don't know.
So before we go, we're going to do our way too early Philadelphia Eagles picks.
Riveting.
Now, on your notes there, not to confuse you, it says week 10 through 13. Why do you think week 10 is on there? It's a bye week. So we don't win or lose on a bye week.
Technically, we do.
How?
Win. We win, Rock. Because they rest.
So week 10's a bye for the Eagles. We come back against... This is a tough stretch, these next 3 games. We're coming back against the Patriots.
Really, you think all 3 games are tough?
Not all 3. But,
I was going to say, you high?
you never know by then with the Dolphins.
Okay, anyway, come on. First one.
So we got the New England Patriots. Going into this, we have them, I think 8-1? 7-1? 7-1.
I thought it was 7-2.
7-2, that's right. Yeah, last week we agreed 2-1 together.
He thinks he knows things, I tell you.
This is why we got to go back and listen.
Okay, so
7-2.
The Patriots at home.
Now, I mean, look up these stats. I was actually surprised. When's the last time you saw a Patriots with a good running game? Like a top 5 running game like that.
See, it's tough because a lot of those... I got to see how... It's tough to make early predictions because I got to see how the Patriots bounce back from no Gronk.
Well, that's why it's more of a joke than being a serious pick. That's why it's called way too early, not too early.
I'm glad you explained that for me.
Well, I have to explain how teams win Super Bowls and not one player.
Okay.
But so who are you going with?
Patriots.
Do you think Tom Brady's there at that point, or is he retired when they're 0-?
No, he's there, and I think they lose on something stupid, Eagles, and it gives them the motivation to go all the way through and win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think that's their motivation game.
Yeah, I think we lose this one too. I think by this point, like we said, we're 7-2. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're unstoppable." This and that. And the Patriots come in, and Brady and Belichick, just Brady and Belichick.
Right.
So definitely got that as a loss as well. After that, we have the Seattle Seahawks.
Loss.
Why?
It's panic time. They still recovered from the not beating Brady after the Super Bowl. And this is where they turn it around the next game. They get all their confidence going on a magic run.
I think the last time we played Seattle at home, didn't me and you go to that game, or was that me and my dad?
No, me and you.
And yeah, that was...
I was talking to the hot Seattle girls chick fan.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, we're going to win." I'm like, "They're crazy." And then they just trounced us.
Yeah, that was bad.
Right.
So I think this time around, we get this one back. I think we win this. I think also if we win this big, like a blowout, we'll get right back on track of, being unstoppable.
It's just way too early.
Nice play.
You woman!
Hey, we have the guy that got punched by Connor McGregor on now.
He hits like a bitch.
Did it hurt like a fly or sting like a bee?
I felt like a... sorry, I had a fart.
Juan. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were taking a stroke. I was about to have Juan call the paramedics for you.
It hurt as bad as like a Band-Aid getting ripped off.
With hair on your arm?
No, cleanly shaven and Vaseline. Yes, son of a bitch.
Thank you. We'll have you on next week. And then for our
know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at.
So I guess Connor did hit you pretty good then.
Who?
Oh boy. Then for our last game, this should be the toughest game of the year. I'm going to go out on a limb and say
Eagles win.
Philadelphia against Philadelphia. Yeah, made you look. We are down at Miami, so we're going to have to get Rob on the phone next time.
I don't know if he can spell dolphins.
Yeah, he just swims with them.
I'll tell you what, Rob, there's no F.
So, yeah, I mean, They were terrible last year. Every ranking out there.
Could that be one of the stunner games?
If you know what, I will say this: if we lose to the Patriots and Seahawks, then there's panic, and then they overlook the Dolphins, and then all hell breaks loose, and we just spiral.
Philly or Dolphins.
I'll go with
I think we beat them so bad that at halftime all the starters go to the beach.
maybe, you know. So I'll go with Philly also. So we got another.
Speaking of beach, Avalon, New Jersey, I'm coming for you. We're coming down there.
Anything else? So that's 2-1 for both of us. No, you pick Seahawks.
I have one more loss than you right now.
Okay, so
You're
9-3,
and I'm 8-4.
Yeah. See, now it's still more. That's still realistic. I mean, 9-3. What I'll tell you this: just say, okay, I'm 9-3 now. Let's just say they win out and they go 13-3. And in real life, it's week 14, and all I need is 3 more wins. I'm gonna look at you like Vicky Valacorn made the prediction and just give it the eye and be like, "It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen." And then we lose in the wild card round.
Okay. Well, that was a way to kick the donkey in the ass. Jesus.
So I believe that's going to be it for this week. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Just Avalon, Jersey. I will be down there from the, 17th on for solid 6-7 days.
Yeah.
Feel free. I'll be wearing a Stay Tuned Sports t-shirt. Stop in, say hello, and looking forward to going down to the beach and seeing the mixture of fans down there. Always a good time in Jersey.
Speaking of the t-shirts, head over to the Twitter account, ST Sports Podcast. I have the Teespring page posted there. Click that. Opens up all the t-shirts, hoodies, everything that you could possibly want of Stay Tuned Sports on there. And purchase them
First
there.
50 orders, I will autograph your item.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
So head over to Twitter. Also follow my personal one at Jimbo ST Sports. Follow Shoulders.
ST Sports O'Brien, baby!
Head over to YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Facebook, like, and share. I will say this. You're going on vacation Saturday. We are, the wife are taking the boys to Camden, Jersey. They have
you're close.
aquarium out there. And they have a petting shark area. I'm growing balls. I'm going to pet some sharks. With that being said, nice knowing your Shoulders. Make sure you carry on this show.
Dude, I could catch sand sharks with my bare hands when I was at the beach last year.
You ever see that movie, what's it, Deep Blue Sea with Samuel L. Jackson? I know how this movie is going to end.
Why is there so much sharks in this ocean?
So till next week, well, till tomorrow for me,
Oh, Jesus.
this is your good friend Jimbo.
O'Brien, baby.
Signing out.